morning everybody, this is Frank here from Cambridge Underwater Discoveries, and today I'm going to do a video of me taking my metal which I built up and to take it down the scrapyard and to see how much money I actually going to make. And I will then go on to do some magnet fishing, which I'll do in my local area, which I live here in Cambridge, UK, England, and see what we get on, how we get on there with our magnet fishing. So please come and join me on my rustic adventures here in the city of Cambridge. This is just some of the stuff which I'm now going to take down the scrapyard, which I built up. So just give you a little view of this. It's quite a bit here. Very, very heavy. As you can see there, heavy metal piping. This is my first visit down to the scrapyard, and I will see if I make any money at all from all this amount of scrap here. This is a view of just the scrap which I put in my wife's little car here, which I actually use. The back is filled up with scrap, and you see there in the boot more scrap from inside my Bondi magnets bucket as well. So we're now going to take our journey down to the scrapyard. We have now arrived at NMR Recycling, which is where I will take my scrap metal. So we're going to drive in here. Said it's the first time I've been here, so I'll have to see how I get on here. Might have to ask a few questions, but let's hope and pray I make some money from this little adventure. Hi everybody, I just want to mention my little trip down to the scrap man. I took everything down to from one end of the garden to the other, and then loaded all the car up with all the scrap. There was so much scrap to take down there, and I had to do a little drive. So I drove all the way down to the scrap man, got there, and as it was my first time, they mentioned that I had to have my driving license. I didn't have my driving license with me, so I decided just to hand over the scrap metal. But I did ask how much I would have made from the scrap metal, and they said with the weight, probably the weight of the car and the scrap I had in my car, I would have made around about 10 to 15 pounds. So I've learnt my lesson. So next time I go down to the scrap man, I will make sure that I take my driving license. Hi everybody, this is Frank here from Cambridge Underwater Discoveries, and I've got a couple of days off work, so I thought I'd come down to the river here in Cambridge and do a little bit of magnet fishing. Will you come and join me? Let's see what we can find today in this little stretch of river. I just wanted to also tell you about my previous video, which I put out when we went crab fishing in Blakeney, and I put it out there a couple of times on YouTube, but because of copyright issues I had to take it down. And the reason being for that, I think, is because of me and my brother singing a song. I don't think we've got the greatest voices in the world, but hey up, they didn't like our singing, so I had to release it again without the singing. So please get a chance to watch that one as well again. So enjoy this magnet fishing video. Hi everybody, I am now ready for the launch. This is a little view of where we are today. This boat across here is called Something Blue. And this, of course, is the River Cam, which flows through the city of Cambridge, where we are and where I'm living. And just further up there is the Cambridge Museum of Technology. So let's hope and pray. As you can see by my line has now gone in, that I find something interesting today. Hi everybody, about 5 or 10 minutes into this magnet fishing adventure. I'm just going to show you some of the things I've found so far. Nothing spectacular, I've got to say, nothing to get too excited about. So the first one up was this little thing here. Heaven knows what that could be from. Strange. Got a close look up to the camera. Really strange. And then something I get a lot of is these things. Tins and lids. And a couple of naily screwy things. But the biggest problem I seem to be having so far, since I've started this magnet fishing, is this lot here. Mossy, weedy stuff. It keeps getting caught up on the magnet. So I'm after trying to pull loads of that up. So trying to catch things on the bottom of the magnet, as well as all that stuff, ain't easy. So we'll just have to keep on going and see, hopefully, and pray that something good comes out of this water. Right, I'm just going to show you something I've just found in the river here. Last time I was here on this little stretch of river, I was with my son and his girlfriend, Bryce. And we managed to find 3 of these items. And today, I've managed to find 2 more. So, there we go. A shotgun shell. Not 1, but 2. So 2 more shotgun shells to my collection. So altogether, I've got 3 at home and 2 there. If my maths is correct, I think that's 5 shotgun shells. So 5 shotgun shells in my collection. I always like to film a swan and her cygnets. Have a close look over here. Hello. Hello. Oh, how beautiful. They've come so close as well. Wow. Really nice to see. And here comes the ducks as well. Wow. I haven't got any bread for you. Sorry. But it's always beautiful to film you guys. And the ducks. And the mother there, or the father. Oh, he's going under. Really nice. Just going to show you the biggest thing I pulled in today. Yes. All that mossy, reedy stuff. It's an absolute nightmare for magnet fishers. Magnet fishing people. But you got to take the good, you got to take the bad, and you got to take the ugly. But these are absolutely beautiful. Another thing to take notice of when I'm magnet fishing here today is blackberries. Yeah, they're getting a good crop this year. So next time I come magnet fishing, I'll have to bring my punnet, plastic container, to pick up some blackberries because I love a good blackberry crumble, or apple and blackberry crumble, rhubarb crumble. Yeah, I just love crumble in general. So, blackberries. Hello everybody, I'm here for that part of my video, which is finds of the day. I always do my finds of the day at the end of the video. I've got to say today we have been down here by the riverside on the River Cam, which runs through the city of Cambridge, where I live. And I've been here for about an hour or so. Hasn't been brilliant, I've got to say. Sometimes when you go magnet fishing, you've got to take the good and sometimes the bad. Some days when you go magnet fishing, you might just pull out loads and loads of different things, and then other times you just hardly pull anything out at all. Sometimes you have to move spot, which I have done. I've moved from one place to hit where I am now to see if I can find anything, but it's still not absolutely fantastic here. Well, I'll just give you a little rundown of what I found today to show you. And as I said, it's nothing spectacular, but it's still magnet fishing and there are still metallic objects. So here we go. So the first item I'm going to show you, it looks like one of them little pegs. It looks like one of them things I don't know, I could use that for my tent. Soon we'll be going camping soon, and hopefully we'll need some pegs to put our tent down, and I'm looking forward to camping, so that'll be really good. And the next thing I'm going to show you, it's like another sort of peg. There's another hook. I do like to find hooks, so Captain Hook strikes again. And up next, one of the first finds I got, not very exciting at all. There you go, tin can lid. Nothing brilliant there. And of course we have got lots of different kinds of scrappy type of metal. You always pull out your nails and your screws. I seem to pull out loads of them. One interesting find to show you here, which I have previously found these in the river before, was a dog collar. There we go, a dog collar. Not sure which dog's lost his collar, but there we go. And then we found this little item here. Not sure what that could be, but different. It's very rare that I actually find too much in the way of jewellery, which is this little thing here. It's quite sweet. I'm just trying to avoid the wasps at the same time as I'm doing my filming here. Closer look up to the camera. It looks like a little bit of jewellery there or something. It's really nice. So probably one of the better finds of this morning of magnet fishing. But I've got to say that probably the finds of today have got to be the shotgun shells. And to a closer up. There we go. Two of them, which is really good find in itself. So 2 shotgun shells. So it hasn't been a brilliant time magnet fishing today, but I still love being out by the water's edge here, also filming the swans and the ducks and actually chatting away to people when I'm magnet fishing. So like I said before, you've got to take the good and the bad. So hope all you lovely people are well out there and you've enjoyed watching my videos recently, and they've done really well. So I'm quite happy the way my YouTube channel's going at the moment. The subscribers are getting higher and the views have been really good, so thank you for that everybody. So I wish you all the best. Have a fantastic weekend or week ahead. So take care. Bye bye.